Hey folks, welcome back to Shadow Empire. I realise there's been something that's been bugging me about this game, and it's these AT guns. They are so slow. I'm going to upgrade them to the I think probably mechanized is going to be the best version of these, because they'll actually be able to defend as well. Now, we don't have a whole lot of troops, to be honest, but we might be able to just see what it requires. Let me have a look. Let's see how many AT guns we need here. So, sorry, how many armoured transports? Okay, we actually need 8 armoured transports for that. So that's going to be quite expensive to build, I think. Let's just double check that. Oh yeah, we can do it. It's going to take 800 men though. That's the only problem. So first I'm going to try to figure out what we need to do for the actual battle, because I would like to do that, but it's not essential right now. We do need to get some, we need to finish some of these battles first. Now, let's have a look at what happened in the vidcom. Okay, so we're still in the time of calm. We've gained capable supervisors. That's good. Let's just go and we'll just go through the rest of this. We developed manpadder. So we've got manpads now. They're also going to be really useful. We've discovered metal soil filtration, which is a critical tech, I'd say. And we've also discovered education methods. This is a linear tech for increasing education. We've also got bureaucratic push, all-out attack, defensive. Yeah, these are all good cards. All 3 of those are good. 4 of those are good. So there we go. Now, yeah, let's have a look at the history and just see what happened here. Yeah, so Brown Bond are... Yeah, I knew they were going to cut me off there, but it was worth what we did, I think. We got an airstrike here in the north. Then we got pushed back off this desert tile here, and some artillery, and then they pushed us back here too, although they lost some tanks in the process. And then they pushed us back again. These guys are fighting back really, really hard. That's what I like to see. I don't like easy games, man. I want this to be tough, and that's what I'm getting. It's funny because I get comments like, if you're struggling, why is it you keep declaring war on people? It's like, because I want the game to be difficult, and it's more entertaining. This is, I think, yeah, I guess, yeah. I mean, I don't mind admitting this, right? I do stuff basically sometimes to ensure that the game's a little bit more interesting, because people are going to watch it if it's more interesting, right? If I just rolled over the map, it's not going to be that exciting. It probably would have been a lot easier for me to just make peace with like one of these guys and then just go one way, but that's boring, isn't it? I want it to be exciting. It's been really exciting so far. So I don't care about winning. I'm like, anybody can win the game, but making it entertaining and winning is something completely different. Let's see what we can do here. Let's try and kill these guys. We'll at least get them into a position where we want Salmon Springs back. Yeah, we don't want to lose that. Try attacking him with these machine gunners. Oh, look at that. Big damage. What we like to see. Yeah, I'll keep those guys there. Yeah, let's have a look at the decisions quick. So, Model Design Council Task Priorities. I don't know if there's much to discover model-wise. What do we got? No, nothing. So, just leave it as it is. Yeah, I mean, it's all going to... Oh, no, I don't think it does filter back, actually. I'm going to leave it on 80. The thing is, if I forget about it and then there's a critical model I'm missing, that'll be annoying. Just leave it on no changes. Foreign Affairs Council Task Priorities. I'm going to leave this more on... Yeah, just put it mostly into majors. Model Design Council. Oh yeah, let me just show you the model that we created, by the way. The manpad. So I had a look at this already. It's not bad. It's okay. Yeah, it's kind of slightly below average. But the structural design is good, so that will be okay. And most pertinently, look, it does 48 air attack, which is better than anything we've probably got here, I'd say. Yeah, look, the machine gunners just do 5. So those basic manpads will probably be good enough to shoot down these recon aircraft that they're using on us. I would like to... so yeah, with our custom formation type, for example, we could probably go upgrade our modern infantry brigade, and we're going to stick some manpads in there too. Yes, it does increase the amount of people that you've got in there, but I don't mind. No, you don't. It will actually save it as a second version anyway, so you don't have to use them on every front. There are other things that you could put on here, by the way. So, for example, very light anti-tank guns would also be useful. Light artillery could also be quite useful. You know, you don't want to be heavy. You don't have heavy artillery because heavy artillery will be really, really difficult to push around. Actually, I might try that. I might try putting some artillery in with these. Now, what are we using these artillery for? We're not using them. They're not going to be using for bombardment, really. They're going to be more for firing at the enemy while you're closing. That's basically what you want them for. They can also be used in bombardment as well for long-range attack. Let's put in the whole complement. Okay. And we're going to call these modern infantry 2. Or modern infantry with guns. Might be. Excuse me. Yeah, I might just call them modern infantry 2. There we are.
Order acknowledged.
Okay, so we actually use our points now. The man pads are also useful. We can get some man pads up. Let's get some of those up immediately, by the way. So we're gonna. Oh no, we've already got the man pad. Of course I am. I'm being dumb. So what do we want here? Let's just look at our models and just see what text we've got on these troops. Charge Gauss. Okay, so we've actually got the Zero Gun 5. Oh, that was a good model, look. Yeah, this is a good model. Decent amount of hit points on it as well. I'm really, really high soft attack in defense. It's really, really strong. RPGs. Now, did we get... Let me just see if we'd got the... Heavy guided RPG? Nope, we do not have the heavy guided RPG yet. We need more bureaucratic points. And that's something we're going to come to in a minute, by the way, because I need to start talking about setting up new zones. Let's get an artillery gun. What have we got? We've only got the loader, right? Yeah, we've got the loader. This is a big bastard. So I think we need to make something that's a lot smaller than that. Let's get a quick artillery model out. Actually, sorry, let me just jump back there and just check out. Oh, that was a really good structural design, look. Oh, I'm tempted to iterate on that one, actually. Yeah, because look at how good the structural design is. The only problem with doing that is you don't get to rename it, so it's kind of confusing. You have to think, you know, you have to be like, right, was the loader 1 the one with 240 mil, or was it the loader 2? That's the only problem with doing that. And also it's going to be cheaper to do that, to be honest, than, yeah, a lot cheaper as well. Now, you've got to consider the weight of the gun when you're moving these around. 60mm howitzer guns are going to be fine for firing against enemy artillery. For, you know, if it's just a small gun to be pushing around, I think. Yeah, you do have to consider the weight. Look, so for example, the 240mm is 500 weight, pretty heavy. Maybe we just go with we'll go with a really light one and give them combat armor. Okay. So 40mm. I'm interested to see how this will help. Basically, what you're doing there is you are adding artillery guns that will help. It will not only, on repeated attacks, you're going to be damaging enemy readiness and entrenchment in a big way. You're also going to be shooting, you know, hitting the enemy in the first couple of combat rounds when the infantry can't close. Okay, training opportunity in 10th Minos Militia Regiment. Let's just check the profiles here for a minute. Okay, we're actually going quite hard into enforcement. Ah, strong arming. It gives us a recruitment bonus. By the way, we need to go into fists a little bit as well, because I don't want to lose volunteerism here. It's not great, but it's not bad. Yeah, I don't care so much about submission. Let's go with the elite snipers, just to increase our mind a little bit. Okay, let's do some killing stuff. Let's send some militia in.
Do it now.
Excellent recce mission. That's exactly what we want. Okay. Let's see if we can kill these with a concentric attack.
Do it now.
Come on. Holding.
Objective lost.
Okay. Let's attack him with these two then. And we'll, this time they're going to be right out of readiness. Yeah, look. Big readiness penalties. Got him.
Mission accomplished.
Okay, they surrendered. Now, what do you do with all the surrendered troops? That's what I want to know.
Do it now.
Wow, those guys ran quick. Oh, look at this. We destroyed a whole bunch of them as well. Great job. Keep pushing up, guys. Okay. In the north. Let's see what air recon we can get up here.
In the sky. Returning to base, sir.
Oh, we've got flak guns, that's why. We still got decent recon, though. Excellent. Okay. Those guys are on charge. They got really high morale, look. Which is kind of interesting. Okay, we're going to push in this direction. Okay, these are the blitzers with some lion hunters. These guys need to get out of here, I think. Okay. So what have we got? We got Greg on here. It's a zone. We don't know much about it because we don't have any oh, hang on. That's weird. We've got recon on the zone. We just can't see anything there. Not seen that before. Yeah, I think we can take this. So let's just see what I want to have a look at what they've got. But let's take this quick. So, okay. They've got an RPG infantry battalion, a machine gun infantry battalion. The machine gunners are pretty strong. Gauss machine gun. They're going to do a lot, cause a lot of casualties. They've got dragons, all-rounders. Yeah, they've got howitzer guns as well. These things aren't that great in... Yeah, they've got high-velocity guns. Okay, so they've only got 600 hit points versus infantry. Yeah, and only 400 soft defense. I mean, that's still enough to damage. They could kill us quite easily with it. Their readiness is not that high though, and they're not that well entrenched. They are entrenched, but some of them are entrenched. Those bikers are. I'm not worried about those though. Okay. Can we do this? That's the question. Can we do it and then defend it afterwards? Is the bigger question. 200 recon is not bad. I think what we do this turn is we attack them, but we don't commit to a full attack because I kind of want to be able to get right around them. What is this? Okay, this is an artillery group. We've got some anti-air guns. Okay, let's get... to see which group... which battalion we've got, or which brigade are on the highest readiness. Okay, both of them have been attacked. Okay, let's just maybe put these guys onto infiltration. We don't want to put them on no retreat. This is not a suicide attack, this one. I just want to see what I can do here. Try and push these guys back here. It's doing all that damage. The machine gun infantry battalion. Okay. We did manage to kill some stuff. Wasn't terribly catastrophic. Let's try attacking him with some of these tanks. I will give them some infantry as... Yeah, something like that. Let's just attack him with these guys. I want to damage their readiness. Oof. Okay, pretty heavy casualties. Yeah, they're getting the big entrenchment modifier. They're also on a big posture as well. But they've got more of a caliber penalty than us. Kind of interesting. What did we lose there? It wasn't too bad. Could have been worse. Not the worst attack I've ever done. Yeah, we lost about 700 troops. Okay, let's get these guys back on a defensive posture.
Order acknowledged.
And we will replenish some of these troops, I think. Let's send up some more. Yeah, we want more going up this way. That's better. So, let's replenish some of the troops that we've lost. Okay. Yeah, I won't do that yet. I'll do that when I've got the actual... When I'm able to get all of them for the one brigade. Yeah. Okay, down here. Let's try and roll some of this stuff back. Okay. These bikes going down here too. Now, we've got this, probably got this under control, so we can get these guys back, and I'm going to bring them up to... maybe we bring them over here. Yeah, I'll bring them over there so we can start moving those guys, pushing back in the north again. Got some blitzer 2s here. A whole bunch of bikes. Very, very cool. I like using bikes in this game. Oops. Okay, let's get these. Let's just attack him with these. I think we'll be able to do this.
Do it now. Mission accomplished.
There we go. Those guys surrendered. Okay, here in the south. Now, this front has opened up. Looks like these guys have come back this way. They probably got a little bit less supply, I would have thought. I reckon I would have cut the supply off here. Bring these guys back down this way. We'll get this guy back out of that position. Okay, we're forcing the AI to rebuild some roads, cut its supplies off. I don't know if it's got much up this way. I think the answer is probably no. Yeah, let's get these guys down into this, down here where we can use them in the mountains, around the mountains. Mobile monk regiment. Okay. Let's recon attack into here, see what we got. Did some damage as well. That wasn't lost, that was great. That's exactly what I wanted. Okay, they're well entrenched. Interesting, they get a raging feat's getting a combat bonus. That's really, really high. That must be a Spirit de Corps, I think. Yeah, 25%, I think that's a Spirit de Corps. I think if we weren't on the defensive posture that we were on, that would be better. Let's try it anyway. I don't want to keep having to move them around. Plus, we don't have any more defensive cards.
Mission successful.
There we go. Did lose some RPGs, but I'm not going to cry about that. Okay, we're getting quite close to Bondhausen here. We do need more troops down here. Right. Looking good. So, this is going to be an interesting battle. I think it's going to be bloody. I don't really know what they got in here. It's the thing. They don't have a whole lot, look. They got heavy industry, actually. Oh, that would be good to grab. So that's kind of expensive to build. This would be a nice place to take, I think. It's just allocating the resources to do it. How do I do that? And don't tell me by making peace with people. I've got to figure out how to do it all my way. Attacking everybody at once. We should now have this second... Where are we? Solar power. Still not up yet. Okay. Yeah, we're gonna get some energy issues next turn, I think. Not really a lot we can do about that. Okay. Right, we're gonna get a... I'm gonna get a scavenging furnace up in here.
Yes, sir.
And we're gonna turn it into a new zone as well. Ah, now I cocked up there. Let's just cancel that construction. Try again. So you go to construct, and then you go to create new zone, and then scavenging furnace.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so that's going to create a new zone here. Now, what was the question about zones? Somebody was asking me. Oh, right, that's right. Okay, so when I was talking about migration, and I was saying that this might be in the video I'm about to release. Actually, I'm about to release a video, or I'm working on a video at the moment. About complexity in Shadow Empire, and how I use one of the examples of complexity I use is that how migration works. And yes, it's true that you can just you can use the colonize function to move people around. That doesn't really work. So anybody who has dumped like 1,000 colonists or 10,000 colonists somewhere, and then watches as they all migrate over the next couple of turns back to the zone they came from, will understand you can't just do it like that. It just doesn't. It only temporarily works. The way that you have to engage with the migration mechanic, which is an automatic feature in this game, it's one of these things that you can nudge it, and you can't directly control it. It's an indirect control of a closed, of a black box system essentially. And the way that you do that is by there's many ways basically, but you see me do it in this game. You move, you do things like setting the worker pay, and whether you can set the population pay as well, because the disparity between the worker pay and the population pay will cause them to move. You change quality of life. You can select events that will cause danger in your zone that will cause people to move. There's all sorts of things that you can do. And by the way, yeah, that might blow some people's minds, that you might want to deliberately pick events that cause problems, but that's one reason why you might want to do it. So yeah, and there was I can't remember who it was. There was a comment, like, oh, why don't you just move your colonists with, colonize? Yeah, that's why it doesn't work. It can work if you haven't got problems, but usually the reason why you're trying to move people is because you've got a problem somewhere, right? And if you've got a problem somewhere and you haven't adjusted you haven't nudged the autonomous system to make those workers stay there, you can send them all over there all you like, but they will just keep migrating back to where they were originally from. Okay. How are we doing for time? Doing okay. Let's get another... Oh no, efficiency drive is not the one I wanted. Sorry. I want bureaucratic push. There we go.
Order acknowledged.
Do another bureaucratic push. We're relying on these at the moment. Might play another one.
Order acknowledged.
There we go. Wow, that was a good one. 576 bureaucratic points. That's going to really help our... Yeah, we can obviously, you know, when you've got excess bureaucracy, you are going to get a penalty because of the size of the bureaucracy. But volcanic energy tapping is coming out soon. So don't worry. We will be able to fix our energy problems. By the way, in anticipation of that, from Minos here, let's get a sealed road. But we're just going to use... We don't need a sealed road. That's complete waste. We'll get the dirt road down here. And we're going to put it on this, I think... let's do it here, look. Because there's going to be less hexes, I guess. No, it's going to be here because this is this hex we need to go into. One, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah. I think the administrative strain penalty is just a direct thing. I don't think it takes into account the roads. Either way, it doesn't matter. Let's just sort these roads out. 1, 2, hang on. Okay, that's where it gets expensive for the sealed road. So we want to move it into there. Okay, we don't have a whole lot of industrial points now. That's okay. We've actually built the road that we need. When we've got the tech, then we can start building the volcanic energy plant, and that is going to be really, really helpful. We will need some stuff to defend it with as well. Oh, look, we got some more bikes. Let's get the bikes down here. These guys are going to be able to help at least get some boots on the ground on this front here. We might bring these tanks back down here too now that they're... hold on. Let me just remind myself of why I brought these guys back. This is the 6th Independent Light Tanks. They're using Blitzer 2s. They are high velocity guns. Fine. Let's get you guys down here. Yeah, we'll bring those guys into the fight here as well. Okay, the forces down here are looking a little bit ragtag, but that's the way it goes. Now we do need to... yeah, look at this. These guys are... We need to replenish these modern infantry brigades or battalions to refill that brigade. That's something that I would like to do when we've got more population. Thanks to Zero Mover for reminding me that when you put up a new zone, by the way, you get... oh, look at this road, actually. This is a really, really bad road system. Yeah, we can't do it this turn. We need to sort that road system out. But we're going to put a zone up here. The zone, when you will get a little bit of natural growth from each zone. It's not going to be a lot, but you get a bit of a boost for the early zones now. So it's actually a little bit easier to put zones up than it used to be. Yeah, again, somebody was asking me what's the... You said that there's a problem, you know, it's difficult to put up new zones. Why? The reason why is because in order to populate the zones, to get your workers working in the zone, in the public sector, you're having to take them away from somewhere else. So you have to consider that. But the more zones you have, the more natural growth, kind of. So I don't know the exact numbers. I can't remember them, to be honest. But yeah, you want to. It used to be that people used to advise you not to build new zones, and that's just nonsense. You want to build new zones; they're really important. But you don't. But there's kind of a way to do it that kind of doesn't wreck your economy. You got to do it carefully. Anyway, I'm likely to put up a zone around here somewhere, because this place is going to get administrative stain. Like here, for example, would be a good place to put up a zone, and yeah, here, and maybe a halfway point. Like I like lots of zones. The only problem is you are paying more governors. That's the only thing, and depending on whether your governors are costing you a lot of money or not, that can be a problem. Let's just have a look at the trade prices just before I end the turn and end the episode. Yeah, rares are really, really expensive. There's not a lot of rares on the market. We're gonna have to build some buy some high-tech stuff at some point. Why buy those now?
Aye, aye, sir.
Get some high-techs in the bank. We're gonna need them if we're gonna put up things like metal soil filtration, hydroponics, that kind of stuff. Everything else is looking okay. I don't think we've got any big problems. By the way, management has a really, really interesting tool here in asset. I'm just trying to remember it. Yeah, it's this one here. Now, if you've got a lot of zones, this is really, really useful. You can just kind of look at a glance to see where your problems are. So make use of this. You've also got the preview here as well. And you can kind of filter stuff out. There's a whole bunch of filters. Look, like you can just have the public assets. You can just look at the private ones. You can just have a look at you know, agricultural places. So you can just see how many domes you've got going. Really, really useful stuff. Look at this. Neris has actually got 3 domes here, all being used as well. That's interesting. This is what I mean. Anything in Shadow Empire that allows you to have a different perspective, because you get a kind of blind spots, like cognitive or perceptual blind spots that start to appear when you look at a map for too long. And I think anything that, you know, allows you to look at this myriad of data with fresh eyes, even if it's just changing, you know, just changing the way that the map looks, it can actually be quite useful. Pro tip for you. Okay, look, yeah, so Neris is still losing population. Where are they going? Okay, so we had, yeah, 5,000 immigrated to Minos and 3,800 came from Minos. It's funny because people are like, oh, it's better, life's better over here, and they get here and they go, no, no, life sucks, let's get back over here. I think a lot of them come for the jobs as well. So for example, we've got very, very high worker wages. So our salary is really, really high. That's really high. So they will come over for the jobs, and when the construction project is completed, they don't stick around because either the income of the the private sector is not as high. Yeah, that's true in Neris, for example. So if you were to build some more assets, maybe put some more funding into the private, the private sector, you might find that they stick around. That would also be useful because of the civilization score. Interesting to see what we've got actually. Yeah, not a whole lot of cards. Volunteer drive would be useful. I'm just the thing is, it does drastically reduce, your workers, so you got to be careful doing that. Worker happiness has gone right down now. What happened here? Ah, short-term war casualties. That's why. Okay, we can do something about that. Oh, I think it's a zone card, isn't it? All for the front. I think we've got one. No, we don't. Ah, okay. Just make sure that I'm not missing it. Oh, there we are. Okay, so we have got an all for the front card.
Copy that.
Okay, so 57% bonus on casualty threshold. That should stop that drop. Yeah, 1.9. Let's hope we don't get too many more casualties this turn. Anyway, guys, I'm going to end the episode there. Thanks for watching. Let me know if you still enjoy the series, and I will catch you next time. This one's an interesting game, and I think this is going to be a really interesting tactical puzzle for me to kind of work out. The problem is, I think, is going to be the casualties that we're going to get. Whereas this, like, if I could take, like, I'd like to take this and then make peace with these guys. That would be, that would be pretty good. We could actually make some moves towards doing that. But then I want to grab Bronzehausen, take all their resources, like, so take this, push them back up far enough so we can take some of their resources, and then we can, just kind of hold the line here, or make peace with them temporarily. I don't know whether they'd do that or not after that. Probably not. Probably not. Brown Bond would be very, very upset with us at that point, I'd suggest. Okay, guys, I'll catch you next time. Take care.